Hi, everybody, and welcome to Tattoo Homewreckers, a podcast where we talk about tattoos, life, and everything in between. My name is Callista, and this is
Gaia.
And today, if you can't tell, we're a little bit tired. It's the day after Pride, and
it's 11 o'clock at night.
11 o'clock, yeah, I totally forgot what time it was. 11 o'clock at night. So if you guys are watching on YouTube or on Spotify, we look tired, and that's because we are.
Talk for yourself. I look fucking amazing.
Okay, you know what? Well, I was looking at myself in the mirror earlier, and by earlier, I mean like 10 minutes ago, and I was like, God damn, my eyes are still puffy.
Oh, yeah. I was like, dude, I have like actual like bags under my eyes earlier.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, okay. It was rough. And my feet. Fuck, dude.
It's my feet and my knees.
Leggings were amazing, or I guess like tights or whatever. But that fishnet without, I don't know how I totally forgot to not wear socks on the inside of the fishnet. So my little piggies are destroyed and I have a big old blister. You don't wear fishnets often,
so I mean, it makes sense.
I know, but I did for years. Well, I just forgot.
So before we get into that, we did just want to thank a few people first.
Hey, this is my idea to thank people, so don't let her steal the credit there.
Well, I mean, you brought it up, but I wanted to do it. Okay. Anyways, we're feeling very sassy right now, probably because we're fucking exhausted. But I wanted to thank a few people for prepping with Pride and also showing up and helping out at our booth. Do you want to go ahead and thank a few people?
No, you can do it.
Okay, great. Well, I will go ahead and thank 3 people. Thank you so much, Brandon Collins, for stopping by our booth and giving away the flags.
Dude, he can peddle some flags.
That was nuts. He was phenomenal. He came by the booth like halfway through the day, or it was like the first quarter or something like that. And I had told him like, oh my gosh, like the flags were the first thing to go last year. And these flags I went ahead and assembled 200 of them because last year we had 100.
Yep.
And they were the first things to go. And I did handwritten notes on every single one of those flags, and they were just not getting taken. And so when Brandon came by, I was like, dude, I'm so concerned because like no one's taking my flags, and I think I overcompensated, and he got rid of them quick.
Oh yeah, they were gone.
So thank you so much for not only being the best like flag pusher out there, but also just showing up and helping out at the booth. You didn't have to do that. Thank you for the laughs and the good vibes, and we appreciate you so much. Anybody else you want to thank?
Well, Matt, obviously.
Of course.
Yeah, Matt, our newest artist / he's still technically an apprentice at the shop because he helped you make bracelets.
He sure did.
She was at the shop earlier this week because she had like some time and was hanging out making bracelets, and he helped, and also Parker helped. But Matt also came by the booth and helped us break down and talk to people, and it was just good. It was like amazing.
It was great energy too.
Yeah,
like, it was just
for
really
that last little like surge because Brandon left and we were still super busy.
Yeah,
and then it was like nice because when Matt got there, it was like pretty late in the day, and it was like the perfect time to be able to have like a little bit more chat time.
Yes,
because it wasn't like a solid like 10 people in front of the booth the entire time. At that point, we'd get like a minute or two of break before we'd get flooded with people again. Yeah, so it was like so good.
100%. And also it just felt good for morale too. Honestly, like the last couple hours of an event like that are probably the roughest for me, just because we've already spent the majority of the day talking to so many people. And yeah, I just want to say thank you, Matt, and also thank you, Parker, for also helping out with the bracelet. I really appreciate that. And gosh, thank you guys for showing up. We had a few wrecking balls show up.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that was so crazy.
Yeah, we got free brownies. That was lit. We also got like a new fan. It was just so great to like meet you guys and say hi to y'all. I can't tell you how many people came up to our booth and was like, wait a second, I actually follow you guys.
Yeah, that was like, nuts.
Hey, it's so good to meet you.
It was somewhere between being like surreal and embarrassing and like, oh, it was so crazy. And people were like, oh my gosh, I listen to your podcast. I'm like, fuck.
Crazy. It was so crazy. So thank you guys so much for showing up and saying hi. And thank you guys to the ones who also got interviewed as well. You guys were awesome.
Yeah, that'll be up on our YouTube channel later this week.
Yes.
So you can enjoy your interviews and also check out the other ones because we asked such insane questions. They were so good. It's really pertinent to this time and just is really important. Do you remember what question you asked people?
Yeah. Well, I asked 3 questions. The first 2 were pretty silly. The first one was...
no, they're the most important question.
Oh, sorry. My bad. My bad.
It was very important in this trying times.
First question is, what is the gayest dinosaur you could think of? And by the way, you guys, these questions also apply to you guys. So please let us know in the comments or drop a voice memo. What is the gayest dinosaur? It's a very hot debate. Followed up with, what is the straightest dinosaur?
T-Rex.
I actually should be asking you right now. What is the gayest dinosaur?
Fuck, dude. I'm probably going to say the one that flies.
Pterodactyl?
Yeah, because it's always, like, limp. Like,
limp-wristed?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he's, like, fabulous, like, up there, like, I'm soaring.
We know a thing or two about being limp-wristed.
You know a thing or two. You are a limp-wristed motherfucker.
And then you said straightest was T-Rex?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Also, for anyone who does watch, you should check out my dope bracelets.
It's like not focusing.
They're fucking fuzzy. Whatever. It says gay boy, and it's amazing. And, yeah, those are the things we're making out. Because she called me a gay boy a couple weeks ago, and I got really excited. So that is also my new nickname.
It's a great nickname. But third question I asked people was, what is your gay agenda?
You didn't say what your gayest.
You didn't ask me.
Oh my God. You see the sass I'm dealing with? First off, this is the most we've spent together all day.
Yes, that's true.
Because she was in her hobbit hole.
I was in my room.
And I made it downstairs at noon. Mm-hmm. I did wake up at 10 and then I took forever and I moseyed downstairs. Mm-hmm. Oh, I did take a shower today. Nice. I took a shower yesterday too. I can't believe I did that.
It was nuts.
And then, got down at noon and then didn't get off the couch until 8 to walk the dogs, then to come up here. And that's the most I've moved today.
Fabulous.
And I think you came downstairs at
I actually woke up at 7 and I made breakfast and then I went back upstairs.
Yeah, but I'm saying when you came back down and we were down, I think that was 8 or 9.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I made coffee, breakfast, all that fun stuff. Well, we got derailed. Gayest dinosaur for me, I would say, is the T-Rex. I think he's pretty gay. Straightest dinosaur, honestly, I think all of them are pretty gay. Can't really think of a dinosaur that speaks to me where I'm like, oh, that thing looks straight. I think they're all pretty gay. And then the last question I asked was, what is your gay agenda? And so I was giving people... What's yours? My gay agenda is to watch Trixie and Katya every day for at least a minute or two. And it's not hard. They're always on my For You page.
That's a very good gay agenda.
Thank you. Appreciate it. What's your gay agenda?
To make all straight people gay.
Perfect.
Just a little bit gay.
Just a little bit.
They don't have to be all the way gay.
That was Brandon's answer too, basically.
Was it?
Yeah.
That's why we love each other. Because we get that.
You guys are very similar, yes.
Everyone's gay in my world.
Everyone's gay. So please let us know. All the answers to those questions. What's the gayest dinosaur? What's the straightest dinosaur? And what is your gay agenda? Now, mind you, your gay agenda can be anywhere from listening to Cher every day to honestly changing someone's mind on gay rights or human rights, because they are.
Or just safety for all people. Yeah. We got that. That was a beautiful answer.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. It's keeping gay people alive, which honestly is really sad to say, but that is the country that we live in right now. But yeah, this episode's just if you guys are interested in doing Pride or interested in knowing what the behind the scenes look like, we just wanted to talk about what it was like getting ready for this event, because I don't know about you, it's my favorite event of the year every year. Yeah. But every single time this event rolls around, I'm not gonna lie, the night prior I'm always like, why do we do this? Because I am so fucking exhausted. And every single year at Pride I go, that's why we fucking do this, because I love this community and I love giving back to it and I love talking with you guys and I love connecting with you guys. But again, it is a lot of shit going on behind the scenes.
Yeah. Hence why I'm just chugging this water right now. So if you can hear my ice or you can hear me swallowing really loudly, that's because part of Pride is dehydration, apparently. Because I get so caught up with people, I just forget to drink enough water.
Yeah, leaving the booth was hard because I was like, oh my God, I'm about to burst. I need to pee. There was a solid moment there where I had to really go pee for at least 30 minutes, but I was glued to the booth because we had so many people coming up and talking to us. So for starters, I mean, when you're thinking about Pride, obviously you got to think about your setup. Gaia's really good at this. So we kind of discussed beforehand, a month before, kind of the vibe we wanted to go for. And we went with, foliage. It was a few months before?
Yeah.
Yeah, a few months
before. I was dude, I ordered those in May.
Dude, That's what I'm saying. So Pride is in July. And
we start prepping in May.
We start prepping in May, and that includes like updating portfolios. I had to re-update my entire portfolio.
I didn't.
That's okay. I didn't last year, so you're fine.
This was my year not to.
Yeah, that is a-okay. So I updated my whole portfolio. So that means ordering 8x10s of like the tattoos that you like, which is pretty expensive. And then ordering like the supplies and kind of like talking with whoever you're doing Pride with, like what do we want our booths to look like? What do we want our outfits to look like? And also like what are we giving out this year? So the thing that we do every year is goodie bags.
Last year we did 100. This year we also did 200.
We also did 200, yes,
because they were all gone by 2.
Yeah, which is like awesome. Yeah, I love giving away free stuff. And that's my thing too with Pride is like I want to make sure that I give stuff away for free because that's how I feel I feel weird like charging people for like Pride stuff.
Yeah,
because I'm like
agree.
It's Pride. Like we're here to like support you guys and be a safe place as tattoo artists. And what better way than just give out your shit for free?
Well, I also think it sucks because like when you are a poor kid going to Pride, if you don't have a bunch of money and then you're like, cool, so I have to pay for a flag, I have to pay for a pin, you don't end up with any sort of like merch to like take away. And I think that it's really important to be like, hey, we're a safe space.
Yeah.
Like you have this connection with us. But also if you're just like, dude, I really want like some sort of like token or memento or something, and you don't have the money to spend on it
for you.
Yeah, because they charge you to get into Pride anyway. So like you should get something for free.
Yeah, no, for sure. And again, what better way to give out to the community than like doing it for free? The only things that we were selling this year was stickers that we like had to order. So that was another thing to prep for months in advance. It was designing stickers and ordering them. What do you?
I got really excited. Also, just so you guys know, no, we don't have a store set up yet. Eventually, I will get to that. But if you do love our Captain Callista's stickers, we also now have a Captain Callista's keychain.
What a surprise.
And we did sell a couple at Pride, which was dope because that's probably one of my favorite things I've ever designed. And it happened in a really short period of time because if you go back or if you've listened since the beginning, you know that we used to make fake commercials, and we're going to get back to that because I really miss doing it. And we will do Laughing Lou's giggling gas as well. So it will match your Captain Callista's, but they're limited edition. I think we ordered 50, and I think we probably have about 40 left. So yeah, if you want to have her face on a keychain, hit us up or hit me up. Probably me, not her. She doesn't mail stuff as much as I do. And then I'll be like, hey, it's $5. This is how you send me money. And then, yeah, I'll mail it off to you because it's fucking dope.
Yeah. They're hilarious. We got a lot of messages on that. So, yeah, it's ordering keychains, apparently with my face on them.
So good.
Yes. And, gosh, what else did we do months in advance? I think that's the synopsis of it, right?
Yeah. Well, you know what we didn't do? Look for our banners.
Yeah, so that was another conundrum. But I'm going to, so that's months in advance. I'm going to start next before we get into the night before. I want to start with like 2 weeks ago.
I'm not in order with you.
That's okay.
So
that's okay.
I'm just here for like chaotic commentary. That's it.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, what's different? So 2 weeks ago, I don't know about you, but 2 weeks ago, that's when like pressure really started amping up for me. And I was like really hunkering down like, okay, great. Now it's time to like really get zoned in for Pride because we just finished with that art show. And I had been hyper-fixating on that painting, and then I was hyper-fixated on Pride. So then came the whole assembling the bags, which you did all of them. Thank you so much. Assembling flags and then making all the bracelets because we decided to give out bracelets for Pride this year as well. And that was super fun. But goddamn, dude, the hours of love that went into that. I lost so much sleep in those 2 weeks. The amount of pressure that like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people initially are like, why? It's for free. Like, don't stress yourself out that much. But like, that's what makes our booth a successful booth.
Yeah.
Is the amount of detail and love and attention that we pour into like giving away free stuff. And holy cow, you guys, like I just like redlined totally when it came to like working and just like getting ready for Pride.
I mean, that was honestly, that's what happens every year. Caboose made that comment because you had to take the day off before Pride because you were sick. And everyone at work's like, oh, why is she off? I'm like, because she overworked herself. Yeah. And then, like, when Caboose came home and you were off, he was like, well, I mean, that's an every year thing. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's how much it, like, takes out is every year you work so hard that you get physically sick.
Yeah. 100%.
I don't get sick till after. Now is when I'm exhausted. I don't get exhausted beforehand.
Yeah.
Beforehand, I'm just pure, like, all right, adrenaline, keep going. Mm-hmm. And then it's today is the day after Pride that I'm like,
hits you.
Holy shit. I never think about, like, why are we doing this? I'm just like, all right, solutions. What can we do? What can we do? What can we do?
Which I really
And then the day after, I'm like, done. Just zonked out. I slept for 12 hours.
Yeah, dude. The night before Pride, we couldn't find the banner. Mm-hmm. That was a huge bummer.
We still don't know where it is. We're missing 2 of our banners.
Yes.
They've just disappeared. We went to the shop twice.
We went to the shop at, 11 o'clock at night the night before.
And then 7 a.m. in the morning
7 a.m. in the morning of, because we thought that maybe we could, instead of, like, having our tattoo banner behind us, like, we went and grabbed the Mark Studios banner, and then we thought that maybe we could use a projector, but I had said, like, maybe it would be too bright, and unfortunately it was too bright.
Even when I turned it up to the brightest settings, and I had the lights on in here, and I was like, dope, it's bright, cool.
It's gonna work, yeah.
It'll work. And then we got up there, and I was like, fuck.
This year's setup, I will say, it gave us the hardest time this year.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Normally our setup goes pretty quick, pretty fast, but there's a lot of ironing out the kinks, and then unfortunately, like, our mirror broke, and that was, like, super sad before the whole thing started, because we also have temporary tattoos at our booth.
Yeah, we do an entire temporary tattoo station.
Yeah.
Just because every single year people ask, are you doing tattoos?
And every single year I go, nope, the health department would not be very stoked with us doing tattoos out here. Like, and everyone's always like, oh.
Much nicer about it. I just look at them blankly like, why are you fucking asking me this? I'm outside on grass in a park.
It's 101 degrees outside.
Yeah. Like, what? No, of course we're not doing tattoos. So, at least this year we just got to be, there are temporary tattoos down there.
We did it in last year too, yeah. So yeah, we do temporary tattoos, and our poor mirror fell over and broke before the whole event started, and that was a bummer. But you know what? I'd rather have it break before the event started than midday.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We had it on a tree right behind us, and it was really cute because every time I'd turn around, there were just like people checking out their outfits in our shattered ass mirror. It was adorable.
Yeah, very adorable.
So I don't think anyone minded.
No, I don't think anyone cared. What else? Gosh, so that was the night before. 11 o'clock, went to the shop, grabbed the Mark Studios banner. Then I woke up at 5:30 in the morning the next day, because then we had to get in full drag. And I've been so exhausted these past 2 weeks that, like, I haven't put on, like, barely an ounce of makeup, like, no foundation, no nothing. So to, like, go from 2 weeks of, like, pretty much just raw dogging it to full drag, that was crazy. I was like, holy fuck. So we did hair, makeup, outfits at 5:30 in the morning. We showed up at like 8. No, we showed up earlier.
We showed up at 7:30. Yeah. And then this is where my issues come in. So if anyone knows the people that organize Reno events and Reno Pride and like all of that, and I'm sure it comes in with like city planning of like the orientations of the like streets, but genuinely the like one way in, one way out kind of situation that's happening, garbage. We sat in line to get in, and there were only 5 cars ahead of us.
It was like 20 feet, right?
45 minutes to go around half of a block to be able to get into where we were at, because the people who are in charge of the tables who check you in are absolute trash at their job. They will just have full conversations, ignore the person. Like, we were up there waiting, like, with our stuff, like, okay, we're ready. This is our booth. We already know where we're supposed to go.
2 people cut us in line, too.
Yeah, 2 people cut us in line, and then they let another car cut in front of us after explicitly telling us, hey, you guys are next. They then just kept letting cars cut in front, and then we're not helping the cars. And there were 6 volunteers at that table doing check-ins, all just talking amongst themselves. And look, guys, I understand events take a lot. However, you can tell that they are not talking event shit. They're not like planning nothing. They are just moseying, don't give a shit, come over completely underprepared. Now, there were a couple volunteers that were directing traffic that were trying to do the best job they could do, and they were doing great. But then that check-in table, and it's gotten worse every year we've done it, that check-in table gets less and less efficient. So, like, if anyone, like, knows someone on a board, be like, hey, probably put someone in charge of that to make sure they check people in. Because the fact that we sat in line with 5 cars for 45 minutes, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was rough. Because, like, it's like that every year, too. Like, once you get in, it's fine. But, like, it's the check-in portion that's really rough. And for me, it was very much the, like, letting people cut us. Like, I was really not stoked on that. That was a bummer.
For me, it was the fact that we pulled up to the table and they were still just not giving a shit. They were just ignoring. They were having their own conversations. And then they come over, get our booth information, hand us they ask how many wristbands we need because obviously the people that work it don't have to pay to get in. So we get our wristbands, and then they, like, mosey back over and then hand us a packet, like, just not efficient at all, which is why it took so long for people to be able to unpack. It was absurd. Yeah, it was that, and the promotion for it's trash. Yeah. Whoever handles their social media is, like, not good, which is honestly, I think, super disrespectful to the actual, like, patrons of Pride and for any of the vendors that work it. It's like, look, all of us work really hard, and then anyone who shows up for Pride wants it to be that, and they want it to be special, but all this does is deter patrons from wanting to come back. Like, that's all it does, because, like, on that day, it's just not run well. Well, to be fair, advertisement, website, all of that's not run well.
It all compounds. Devil's in the details. Again, it's one of those things where, like, I understand that there's understaffed and stuff, but there's got to be some way to, get a hold of that. I just don't know who to talk to.
Well, you say you're understaffed, but you've got 6 people at the volunteer table just hanging around.
Yeah. Well, that's 6 unsupervised people that like aren't part of the event, I'm assuming, that are just volunteers. So again, by understaffed, it's more so
no, the person that was at the table works for Reno Pride.
Right.
It's been the same person that's been there the whole time. They're always the person in charge of check-in.
Well, you know how it is. The Tattoo Homewreckers. We tell it how it is. But, so there's that. And then, again, like, if you guys are ever planning on doing events like this or anything like that, just plan for it to be insane. Because every single year, too, I'm always surprised. It's the goldfish brain thing. I always forget. But every single year, I'm always like, God damn, I forget that this is, like, quite literally an emotional marathon for an introvert, because you are constantly engaging. You're constantly trying to make sure that people are coming to your booth and feel safe to talk to you, doing consults. I got a consultation appointment scheduled because of Pride. Someone was just like, can I just, like, book a consult with you? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Let me pull up my calendar. Got her in. And, like, it's just constant talking, which is great. That's what we want. We want to talk to you guys and we want to do it. But for any future vendors who are interested, sorry if that deterred you guys. You should go to Pride. Just be prepared. It is
the check-in's horrible, but once you get in, it's fucking amazing.
Once you get in, it's fine. Getting out is pretty easy for the most part too. But what?
Well, you say that because you were just having conversations while we loaded, but you can't actually unload because they don't actually ever let vehicles in. So we're one of the last booths that unloads, but you're still you're trying to find parking around. So could we spend about 30 minutes trying to find parking close enough so that way we could take our tubs. And then because we know that it's going to be a nightmare unpacking, because they don't let anyone in till 7, which is by that time, most of the vendors, like, I think there was 4 other, like, booths in our area by the time we packed up, and they were all already packing as well. But you're just watching people have to carry tables because they just don't, like, that. The beginning and end of it are just not well organized, honestly.
My bad. I spoke too soon.
No, she was hanging out, which was dope because we needed somebody to stand at the booth to watch our stuff while we walked. So that's what's her job. But, like, the actual, once again, if you're not willing to carry stuff, then make sure you bring a dolly.
Yeah, that and do your best to hydrate. I'm really stoked. I got a hydration pack for EDC this year, and it really did help me out a lot because it's just when you are talking to that many people, my God, like, you seriously don't have time to even, like, grab your water bottle. So to have it literally strapped to my back is what I needed. And the next day, you're going to feel like garbage. I seriously, like, getting home was such a fever dream, and the amount of pain that my body was in, holy shit. Because we stand during the entire thing in Pride. We just think it's more professional. It makes you more approachable, easier to talk to when people like literally see you and you're eye level with them and you say hi, because people like to do the whole thing where they like are kind of interested in our booth, but they stand like 10 feet away. And if you engage with them and go, hey, what's up? Then for sure they'll come to your booth.
Well, I feel like that when I'm walking, if I walk around like any of the craft fairs and someone's sitting, I never want to bother them. So I'm always just like, well, if you're sitting down, I don't want to bother you. Yeah. So I kind of just assume that like other people feel the same way. Because I'm like, well, you're probably taking a break or you're tired. Yeah. And that's why like we don't even take chairs for that very reason. Because I'm like, I don't want anyone sitting.
Nope. Not at all. Yeah. What else? Other than like your body being sore, try to hydrate. It was a great event. This is a great turnout. Yeah. I'm so happy we gave away all of our free stuff. I'm not going to lie. There was a moment there that I was really concerned that I was like, shit, am I going to have to start sending clients home with like pride flags?
We're just going to shove them everyone's aftercare bags. That's what I was going
to do. Yeah. I'm just going to shove them in my aftercare bags and be like, well, happy Pride. Yeah, no, but it was a great event. I'm stoked with how it turned out. Obviously, I'm still recovering. Literally, this entire day, I was like, I could not be a person. I literally just needed the whole day to be alone and read my book and play my games and be on like TikTok. That's all I needed to do. So it was pretty restful for me, at least. Yeah, I feel like it was a restful day. Anything else on Pride that you wanted to touch on? No? Okay. I'm grateful for you guys.
Like I said, it just comes to like...
It's a marathon.
Yeah, you just kind of need to decide whether or not, like, she does just amp up the last, like, 2 weeks and then it, like, does that. I prep, like, a lot for a long period of time. So by the time it happens, like, most of that's done. I would say make sure you double check your banners. Before the night before when you're packing up the truck.
Lesson learned.
Because apparently they can just not be where you put them last year.
They can totally just disappear. So that'll be first on the list next year.
So that's what we were saying when we were driving to the shop at 11 o'clock at night and then talking to the cameras. So that way our boss wasn't like, why the fuck were they in there?
At 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, because she was going to be out on, the plan was for her to go out on Friday. And when she was out, I was going to be like, awesome, grab change for us. But then because she was sick on Friday, she didn't. So then Friday night we were at the shop like, I promise we're not stealing money. We're getting change. Yeah. We're just like randomly talking to cameras. We're like, we also are looking for our banner.
Well, the OG plan really was for me to rest because I was not okay. By Friday, it was like, oh no, my throat feels funky. Like I'm starting to get a headache. I'm dizzy. Yep. Like I need to literally, I grew a gray hair, my first gray hair. So that was cool.
She does. You did have your very first gray hair.
I do.
Yep. For Pride 2023.
For Pride 2023. But I wouldn't change a fucking thing. It was awesome meeting you guys. I'm so sorry we're very tired for this episode. But hopefully you enjoyed hearing a little bit of behind the scenes. Okay.
But one last question. What was your favorite part of Pride?
My favorite part of Pride, it's fine. I'll deal with it.
I know it's killing me.
Oh, well, that was my last one.
Thank you.
I just ripped off all my nails. My favorite part of Pride was, oh my gosh, one of our wrecking balls, I should say 2 of them, brought their kid along and told me that, we were all talking and they're like, yeah, they do the podcast. And their kid was like, oh, is there a new episode for us to listen to? And I wanted to fucking cry. It was so sweet. And they're like, yeah, we got him to start listening to the episode. Like he listens to your podcast now. No. And I just thought it was so fucking sweet. So thank you for that. That was a really special moment. I really appreciate it. That was my favorite part of Pride. What was your favorite part of Pride?
I got to hug so many people.
Cool.
Yeah. And it was gross because I was super sweaty, but it was so nice. My client/friend Shelby came by and we hugged for like 2 minutes.
Oh yeah.
We just hugged forever.
Shout out Shelby.
Yeah. We just had like a whole moment, but I just got to see like so many people. And then it was just, I don't know, it's the only time that I get to see people like interact with my artwork. Yep. Because at the shop we don't have portfolios out and like we're never up front anyway. And that's probably one of my favorite parts about Pride is like the amount of people that laughed at the like art is masturbation for your soul sticker that I made was fucking awesome. Yeah. Like it's like I said, the only time that I get to see people actually react to my artwork. And my artwork is designed to have reactions. So like that for me is like my favorite part is to be able to like see people laugh at it or like like with a butt plug sticker, like be grossed out by it. And that's like why I do the art that I do, is for those reactions. So it was dope.
It was great. I will say it's like way more validation than I could ever get from like social media, because fuck the algorithm. I always have my qualms with it, but yeah, it was great meeting you guys. It was great seeing you guys again. It was great hanging out with you guys. I just really appreciate it. My heart is so full of love. I'm so sorry. I know it doesn't sound like that because I'm exhausted, but I'm just so stoked. Really, really happy that we get to do this, and super stoked for the opportunity.
We do have one more person that we do need to thank, because he, you know, designed / made all of our like merchandise containers and drove us around and went and got food.
He was a wonderful support.
Yeah, handled all the like behind the scenes, like packed up the truck in the morning so we had time to
and
get
dealt
ready
with our just overall like bitchy, stressed out versions of ourselves. Like, thank you so much, Caboose. To the Caboose that produces.
Yes, to our producer.
You're a fucking rock.
My husband / her white dad.
My white dad.
Yeah. Our fucking support system behind these like wonderful gays right here is a very straight man.
He's for like, this is the only opportunity that he can say that he is a minority, because he's constantly surrounded by the gays.
It's amazing.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Caboose. Thank you so much. You did a wonderful job on the design for our sticker display. Is rad. Yeah,
our sticker display was great, but we did learn that type of filament melts in the sun, so we now know that for future. So if you do get stuff 3D printed, make sure that it is a high heat resistant 3D print, because in 104 degrees outside in Reno in direct sun, it will melt. We did learn that.
Oh yeah, we
had a lot of like, you know, mishaps that happened, but overall it was a fucking amazing pride.
I forgot about that part too. Yeah, our
sticker displays and the displays that we had for our free bracelets. We made like an amazing tree to like display them, and it's just melting and like falling over. Yeah, that's how hot it was.
It was nuts.
But yeah, and then not to put a little sad twist on there, but hopefully you guys, this was our last Pride in Reno, because by this time next year, we should be in New Zealand, if not on our way to New Zealand. So yeah, but we love you guys so much. And please feel free to write in and add like what your favorite part of Pride was, or what your gay agenda is, or gayest / straightest
all
dinosaurs.
The above, please send it.
And then that only leaves us with one last thing, which was, what was your win for the week?
God,
I know it's been a whirlwind. She's been working 6 days a week too right now, so
I think my win for the week is for fucking once in my life, I am not being hard on myself for not working out as consistently, because I've been so exhausted. I literally just don't have the energy. And today I was like, oh, you should work out. And I was like, girl, your body has been through the ringer. I've only been sleeping like
You worked out your fingers.
Reading, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant bracelet making. My hands were fucking toast.
Today, reading.
I read a lot. I read over 200 pages of my new book today.
Is that not insane, you guys?
Thank you.
That takes me like a year to read.
Thank you so much.
I was telling her I have was that not epilepsy?
Dyslexia.
Narcolepsy?
Narcolepsy is when you fall asleep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, narcolepsy. When I read books, I can make it like 5 pages and I'll sleep like the hardest ever.
Yeah.
So she came downstairs and she's like, I've read like 200 pages. I'm like, what the fuck? That's amazing.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes me back to my childhood. I literally had a moment in bed, because I like hardly left my bed, where I was like, oh, I remember being in 3rd grade and doing this. Like, that's all I would do is fucking like either read or draw. And
that's
like, I'm unlocking a lot of childhood memories. Anyways, what was your win
That's
of the week?
Healing.
I guess so.
My win for the week would be, couples therapy on Friday.
Oh, congrats.
Dude, so this is also the difference, right? So, like I said, I'm like a long burn. So I've been prepping this shit since we were able to get the booth. And then I started like buying everything. So I do like little bits over a long period of time.
Which, thank you for that, by the way.
So that way I don't burn out. Because otherwise what happened before is that I would be in her booth or in her like shoes, and I would be the person burning out right before these events and be exhausted. But now I've been doing these events for oh my God, that makes me feel old, for well over 10 years.
Got a little bit more practice.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So now I know, which means on Friday, I set myself up. I had our therapy appointment because Caboose and I are doing couples therapy. I cannot wait to tell you guys all about it. And then I went straight from there to the shop, got a couple things done, got set up for an appointment, went and had an 1.5-hour massage. Also, I'm probably going to put her link in there. So if you're in Reno and you want a massage, magic hands, man. Magic phenomenal. Hands. Amazing. And then I did like a little tattoo. So it was like enough to like make me feel like good. But I cried in therapy, and then I almost cried getting a massage, thinking about how human beings are all super connected, and like how you have human beings that spend their lives just trying to help other people, because that's obviously what my therapist is doing, and that's what my massage therapist is doing. And then I was doing like a really meaningful tattoo, so I was like, that's what I was doing. And I was like, oh my God, we're all connected with this like healing spirit. And so I got home on Friday, and I was just like on fucking cloud 9 of like, human beings are amazing. Now, obviously by 11 o'clock at night on Friday, when I was like looking for a banner, I'm like, why do human beings suck?
2 exits that we tried to take, 2 freeway entrances that we tried to take home were closed. So it was literally, that was so cursed.
But I did spend the morning like just in a truly beautiful, like all human beings are connected, and a very like intrinsically like happy.
Can we just pause for a second?
What?
You realize that day that you just described, that Friday, is a lot. You did so much. For like the regular person, they would not schedule so many appointments in one day and then also get ready for Pride. By the way, also I want to say thank you to you for ordering all of our stuff for Pride, because I hate doing inventory shit. Like, that's not I hate that. And then B, thank you also for forcing me to rest on Friday. That was the whole mission.
You're welcome.
Did you get uncomfortable just now?
Yes.
You can make me uncomfortable.
No, I don't want to thank you for anything.
Okay.
What did you do? 200 individually handwritten notes on flags?
Oh my God.
About 200 bracelets, because I could only touch the small beads because the big beads were too much.
Yeah,
they were like, I couldn't touch them sensory wise, but I could handle the small bracelets.
You did great.
So which took a lot longer to make. I'm also just not an efficient bracelet maker anymore.
You did a lot.
Yeah, but also I think the difference there, really fast to go back to Friday, was that therapy for me is not exhausting. Therapy for me is like truly something that like builds me up. So like when I cry in therapy, even though I make fun of the fact that I cry in therapy, because I cry on like the weirdest shit, you guys. I cried talking about giving Caboose a hug. It was really silly.
That's so silly.
We'll dig into that more in our like episode on marriage therapy. But I'm not tired after that. I'm always like charged up because I'm just like uncovering secrets. So like where like you guys come back and you sleep like the dead.
Oh yeah, I don't know if we've talked about this on the podcast before, but both me and Caboose have the same trauma response, which is when something like emotionally hard happens, like therapy, we both fall asleep. I think it's a way of processing though. I don't know. My body just like, needs to
absolutely
digest it, you know?
And mine is just like, okay, action. So I knew that going from therapy and then I would slow down to get a massage and then I would like have all the energy to like amp back up. But I built in times like the day before to be like, no, now you have to like slow down. Like tomorrow I'll go and watch Oppenheimer by myself. Because that'll be my time to be like, okay, I'm by myself. Plus I can't ask either one of you to sit in a theater for 3 fucking hours.
I mean, here's the thing. I'd be down, but I'm also not a like movie theater person.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. This is an at-home movie that we can watch and pause and like go to the bathroom and get the wigs out.
I feel so bad. I do want to see Barbie in theaters.
I know. I'm really giving you 1 week. And if we don't set it up in 1 week, then I'm going by myself.
Okay. Do you want me to set it up and find a time?
No, it's just that like I have to look at your schedule because you're working a ton. Yeah. Nuts. And we have to dress up because it's Barbie.
Well, I'm free Saturday, so.
Oh, perfect. I don't know if I'm free. I might be. Okay, I think I can make it happen.
We're going to go watch Barbie on Saturday if you Wrecking Balls want to come with.
At the Victorian Galaxy Theater. Yeah. That's the only one I like in Reno.
It's fabulous.
And don't come for me. I don't want any other theater. I like that theater. I used to live there. I know the people. I know the seats.
I know the bathrooms. The businesses around there too are great. Yeah.
I'm very comfortable there.
Yeah.
Don't take me to a new theater and don't suggest new theater. I don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's another part of my like sensory stuff. I've already connected with that theater.
This is my emotional support movie theater.
Yeah, this is my emotional support theater. I know it.
Yeah.
I know what it smells like. I know what the seats feel like.
You're going to have a lovely solo self-care day. I'm working tomorrow, so the schedule's been crazy, but okay.
Well, all right. Yes. And on that note, now that you've gotten all caught up on Pride and how we're doing.
And Barbenheimer.
I love you guys. Thank you so much. And once again, for every single person that has supported the podcast, that has supported our careers, that have supported us as people, that have been a part of Pride, that are just a part of our lives, thank you so much. And we love you.
Thanks for being our friends.
And we will see you guys back next week where we have no idea what we're talking about, but it doesn't matter because it's our podcast and we do whatever we want. Bye.
See ya.